You reached out to me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Y'all, I've been doing this content creating thing before it was even called content creation. Like, back in the day, I was the girl with the digital camera. Like, we gotta get the pictures done. We gotta get pictures right before we go to the club and pictures while we in the club. Nowadays, people are vlogging in the club. We weren't doing that. Like, we saved our energy for the dance floor, but we had to get our pictures in right before because MySpace days. So yes, I was creating content around the time MySpace around and when Facebook was strictly for college kids. But let me tell you something. What I know now, I truly wish I would have known back then because my path would be a lot different. So one of the things that I've learned as a content creator now is you gotta post a lot. You have to post a lot. Like, especially when you're just starting out. You think that you just post once a week. No, baby. Like, for me, even though I've been doing it for a while, but however, I've been giving YouTube a break. Like, YouTube has been being pushed in the back burner multiple times, but you gotta post a lot. And I've been posting twice a week and I've been seeing a world of difference by doing that. The algorithm truly wants you to post like as if you're a needy ex girl. Consistency is key. So you literally have to post multiple times across multiple platforms. If I showed you guys my screen time right now, embarrassing. If you're trying to make this your full-time job, you truly have to post a lot, and you can't get away with just posting once a week or 2 or 3 times a week. You have to post daily in order for you to reach your goal. That's just how the algorithm works. And then you want to, I'm always say this, you want to be able to not trick the algorithm, but not post for the algorithm, if that also makes sense. When you're posting content, this is something I've learned recent. When you're posting your content, you want to be able to post for your audience and not the algorithm. The algorithm's going to do its job because it's going to place you in front of your audience. So if I'm making a video like this, I'm posting it for you guys, my audience. And it's so optimized enough to where the algorithm has labeled your content and is placing it in front of your audience because the algorithm knows that this person is going to click on your video. You get what I'm saying? So that's typically what you would need to do. The algorithm is not your friend. 1 minute you're getting 1 minute you're getting 1 million views. Instagram loves you. The next minute it got beef with you. I don't know if the algorithm is just emotionally unstable or it just literally has beef with people who goes viral and then the next day when you try to post thinking you're gonna get the same treatment, it's like, no. That wasn't supposed to happen, so we're gonna ignore the rest of your content for the rest of the year. Like, what? Either way it go, you cannot trust the algorithm. You just gotta post your content. Eventually, your audience will see it and they'll support you. When I tell you this, editing will take over your whole entire life. I can't do that. I have to edit on my lunch break sometimes, short form content. But if it's longer form content, I need a whole day. I gotta do it on the weekend because there's no way. Had I known that back in the day, yeah, I would have had a designated editor from the jump. Another thing, number 4, because I already gave you out 3. Number 4, people are gonna ask you to work for free. People don't realize the shit that goes into this. And I'm sure they do because they're reaching out to you and they think that they can get away with just like, hey, you know, we could do a gift of collaboration. Ma'am, no. No, God! Except now, depending on the brand, it's always good to sometimes accept some free form of product to promote. That way you can build up your rep in the industry, right? If it turns out to be a good collaboration, that same brand might turn around and be like, hey, I had such a good time working with you. How about we pay you this for this? You know what I mean? How about we pay you this for usage rights? How about we pay you this for this? That's when it could benefit you. But if it's these small little brands from like China or something like that, then it's like, no. First of all, I don't even know who you are, okay? Let's start there. And 2, no, okay? The amount of money you spend on your lighting, your camera gear, your microphone, your freaking monitor, your makeup if you're doing makeup videos, what you had to do to curl your hair, your outfit, girl, no, your nails, because listen, my nails ain't done, girl. My nails ain't done. It need to get done. But you mean to tell me If you reach out to me to promote your product, you reached out to me to promote your product, you want me to work for free? No. Absolutely the hell not. And y'all, as the content creators watching this, y'all need to be saying no too, because these brands got to understand, if you reach out to me, it's usually not directly the brand. You know, sometimes they're hiring affiliate marketing agencies to reach out to us to work for that brand. But I would ask that same marketer, you mean to tell me if that brand wasn't paying you to reach out to me, would you still do the job? No. So don't come asking me to do something for free, especially if I don't even know who you is. You can be, somebody come up to me and they're talking about, hey, blah, 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 lash. Girl, I can get them same lashes from the hair stove for $3. I don't need that for free. I don't. So it's things like that like piss me off. Cause like I would used to, depends, accept paid collaborations. But you gotta pick and choose. You gotta pick your battles. You really do. And sometimes it will benefit you, sometimes it won't, you know? So you gotta have it to where you gotta ask the brand, like, listen, if I do this, I need to, like, especially if it's affiliate marketing, there's nothing wrong with it, whatever. But for me, depending on what it is, I need my money up front. I don't want to wait on commission. If it's commission, as I was saying, if it's affiliate marketing, then I need my money almost up front. I'm not waiting past 30 days for my money. But yeah, these brands, they always try to come at you with like, I'll pay you in exposure. Like, am I supposed to pay my bills with exposure? Riddle me that. Also, if you don't have a camera, I would highly suggest, this is another thing too, like I don't want to say before I even bought a camera, because I've always had a camera, but if I didn't have a camera, I would highly suggest in getting like those iPhone SD cards. What those do is that you can transfer all your footages into that one, especially if it comes to like content creating, because you're never gonna have storage in your phone. Say bye-bye to storage, because you're never gonna have that. And if you don't want to pay for extra iCloud storage, or if you don't want to pay for additional Google Photo storage or additional Google Drive storage, I would definitely suggest investing in those iPhone SD cards. Because is it SD cards? They're like SanDisk cards for iPhone. All you gotta do is transfer those things onto the SD cards. That way you don't have to worry about your iPhone always being full. I'm pretty sure there's other things you want to do, take videos of and take pictures of, and nothing, it's the worst thing when you're opening your camera and it says storage full. Like, what? So definitely invest in those things, because listen, your phone, it's gonna be so bad, I promise you. Like, you won't be able to download anything, especially if you ain't got at least 128 gigabyte iPhone. Just buy it. It's cheaper than paying $10 a month for extra iCloud storage, I promise you. Another thing, you will question your life choices as a content creator. There's gonna be days where you're just like, bro, I do not feel like doing this. You're just like, I gotta create content again, especially if you accepted a brand deal with someone and you have a deadline, and that deadline falls in a bad week that you're having. You gotta create that content. You gotta pull yourself together, put on some makeup, if you will, and create that content. And you're gonna question all your life choices at that point in time, and question, do I really want to do this? Is this something that I actually want to do? And you gotta ask yourself that all the time. And you gotta be passionate about this, or else people are gonna see that. There's multiple videos that I'm watching, that I watch, and I'm just like, girl, cringe. Like, did you really have to post that? But I look back at it as like, okay, if I show the people this, people see the ugliness of it all. Like, and I still post, I still showed up. And I think that's where it becomes a difference, because you could question your life choices on if you really want to do content creating, but the fact that you still picked up your camera and you showed up, I think that overpowers everything, because you still showed up. Even if that video shows that it's like, oh girl, I shouldn't have posted that, but it's like, you know what? You can't always have the perfect and the pretty and everything, right? You gotta show the ugly. So the internet is a weird place. That's one thing that I have to constantly remind myself. And the internet is a weird place, and the people are weird. You're gonna have, you could post a video, it's a cute, viral, you making a coffee, or you going to a coffee shop, blah, blah, blah. It's gonna be a troll in the comments saying something negative to you. And I don't want to say it's a part of the game, because it takes it costs nothing to be kind, right? And there's people who just don't have it in them to do that. So where we are now in this world where people just say the most negative thing on something that didn't require that. Or you're also outside of trolling, you can, let's say you do buy a camera and you make the most beautiful video, or you book the editor and the video is great transitions, great music, it's flowing with the beat, and it flops. You're gonna have a lot of that. You're gonna think that, okay, if I get the lighting, if I get the monitor, if I get the $3,000 camera with the $2,000 lens, my content is gonna go viral every time. Girl, you're in for a rude awakening, because that is never the case. Ever. Someone can have the best content set up and the algorithm didn't push it out because they didn't know who to push it out to. So they push it out to a small amount of people and see what they do with it. And if they don't do nothing with it, they're not going to continue pushing it out. So that's why I go back to the initial tip. Don't post for the algorithm, post for your audience. And optimize it enough to where the algorithm knows the type of video that you just created and it places it in front of that audience for you. That's how you cheat the algorithm. Ooh, child. Filming in public is a humbling experience. Oh my gosh. I've never felt so cringe when trying to film in person. And the only time I feel the most confident when filming in person is when I'm in another country, because it's expected. They expect you. You're tourists coming into their country, so they expect you to have the cameras and the microphones and filming. Nobody look at that because everyone else is doing the same thing. But if you're in your hometown and you're going to Ross and you got your whole camera set up, which honestly I'm not bringing that in. It's either I'm bringing this camera or I'm bringing this camera. Like, it's small, it's discreet, right? People won't even know, but it's not a phone. So people are gonna want, like, what the hell is this person doing? So they're gonna kind of stare at you, but mind you, people don't really care. They really don't. As long as you're not putting them in the camera, you're not filming them, people really don't care. But it is truly a humbling experience because people stare, especially when you don't want them to stare. But they're gonna stare regardless, especially if you're done up. Like, especially if you got an outfit on and you about to put a camera on a tripod and take pictures. They're gonna stare because they're trying to figure out what the hell you're doing. But once they figure it out, 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh, okay. Oh, and they'll give you a compliment and go on about their business. But it's still a humbling experience because you feel cringe. You feel weird. You get like secondhand embarrassment. But when you get to the point where you're getting paid for this, hello, like, wave at them. Make them feel uncomfortable. Don't let them make you feel uncomfortable. You out here doing a job. You at work, girl. So you better work it. But I get it though, because I'm still at that place to shop. I'm still feeling embarrassed. Like, I'm in a smaller neighborhood and I still can't go out there and go take a picture. And it's a nice neighborhood. I can't do it because I don't want nobody looking at me. I don't. I really don't. I don't like it. But I also don't mind the attention. Does that make sense? Like, I'm one of those girls where, like, I'm tall, but I like the attention when I walk into the room when I'm gonna wear the tallest heel. But I don't know how to explain it, but, like, I don't want nobody looking at me if I'm the tallest person in the room and I'm filming. Oh, look at me, blah, blah, blah. I can't do it. Like, I don't know. Going back to, like, what I was saying also, another thing that I wish I would have known before, brands will lowball you. You will find brands that will pay, but they will lowball you. They'll be like, hey, you know, we want to pay you $1,500 for 6 videos, 4 stories, 3 TikToks, and a 10-minute YouTube video, $1,500, and we want full usage rights of your video. Bitch, what? Excuse me? Some people be like, oh my God, $1,500. But look what they're asking you to do for that $1,500. What? Hell no. Hell no. I would say try it. The only way for you to understand what they're asking you to do, and you get to see, like, damn, is that, hell no, I'm never gonna do that again. Take that job. So yes, of course I'll do whatever like that, but you can kind of negotiate, like, I want net 30 or whatever, or if they're like, I can't do net 30, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool, net 60, and we don't go past that, and they agree to that, okay, fine. Because then you'll understand why you got to go up on your prices when a brand asks you to do something like that. $1,500 sounds nice, and then you got to put in the work because you got to be the one to edit it. And if you're paying someone else to edit it, then you're only getting a fraction of that money because you're sending them multiple things for them to edit. Keep that in mind too when you do come across a brand that will pay you. And you, again, going back to like how if you're not enjoying what you're doing, it'll show up on your video. Going back to that to kind of like finish it all up, to kind of wrap this all together. But you really have to enjoy what you do. It's not all about free products and viral moments. It's really about you just setting up the camera and talking to the camera so you can connect with your true supporters. That's what it's really all about, connecting with them, because those people are the ones that are supporting you. Those people are the ones I want to see you win. If you don't love it, you're gonna hate it 100%. And there are gonna be times, like I said, that you're not gonna want to show up. You're done. You're sick of it. And it may last a day, it may last a week, it may last months. You know, there was a time where I stopped posting altogether. Like I just couldn't stand it, and I just started posting pictures or whatever. That's when this was before I was even thinking about monetization. I was posting my pictures, I was posting this, and then you could see it in my photos. Like, okay, like my photos were cute or whatever, but as I started getting to a point and being invited to like monetization programs, I started seeing my content views go down. I started seeing my, like, I don't look the same because I'm trying too hard. But you're gonna go through that. Not everyone does, but you're gonna go through that, because once you start getting monetized and stuff, then you feel like you're trying too hard, and then you're not getting the same support like you were getting when you weren't even thinking about being monetized. You're either gonna hate it or you're gonna love it, and you're gonna come across a time where some of your pictures, some of your videos are not gonna hit the same. It's part of it, but you still gotta love it regardless. But even with all this, I truly wouldn't change a thing. You know, even from the time where I started on MySpace days, the time where I started on Facebook, the time that I started, like all of the, like this whole shebang, like when I basically reintroduced myself into this new generation of content creating. I truly love connecting with individuals that are like-minded as me and just truly want to see me win and support me. I don't want to say like I've never had it. I've had it before, but this support is a lot different than what I get from my actual family. And I am truly appreciative of every last one of you guys that subscribe to my channels, follow me on other platforms, comment, engage. Like, I am so appreciative of that. And I think I posted this on Threads the other day. Like, I do love looking back at my old content and seeing how far I've come. Cause girl, jump scare. Cause girl, I came a long way. I came a long way. Even now, there's times where I still revert back to that person. Like, you'll see, like, if y'all go back like probably 3 months, like, girl, like after I had a baby, I was just looking at one of my videos, the TikTok video of me trying like viral dresses, and I'm like, girl, why'd you post that? Like, you wouldn't even like like you couldn't wait till you lost a little bit more weight. Like, you know what? But it's good to show up like that sometimes, because again, if they seen that video and they see who I am today, like if I like the new try-on hauls that I'm doing, they're like, oh shit, like your girl jumping back to who she used to be. And I am. Your girl is, I don't want to say I'm going back to who I used to be, but I am getting my sense of individuality back. I'm looking more and more like Natalie, but the Natalie today, not the Natalie back in the day, because child, she was ghetto through and through. I'm still a regular girl from the hood. I don't say from the hood, because I'm not from the hood. I don't even know what the projects look like. But I'm not from the suburbs. I'm from a regular neighborhood that had to sometimes fight her way. I'm not gonna say we're gonna get into that later. No, I'm never gonna tell y'all that story because it's not worth it. That's not who I want y'all to remember me as. I am Natalie, the one who likes to joke around, laugh, smile. That's me today. You know, the other one, y'all wouldn't have like her. Y'all would have called girl. But I will say this before I get off that subject. I was never hood rat. Now, if y'all would excuse me, I have a video that I need to go finish. I appreciate you guys for watching, and if you made it this far, let's see. If you made it this far, leave me down the 100 sign. Bye!